instead of having to upload and then dissect, because now the next thing is, oh, your video is too long. YouTube's attention span, people who watch your videos can't handle it. They can't handle it. Mind breaking, too much to comprehend. Can't stand sitting down here, do all this energy for all this dumb nonsense, man. Greetings, everyone. It is I, your one and only host,
the Cosmic Jedi.
Welcome back to the channel. We're back with the black background, people. It's time to discuss the Acolyte episode 4.
No! God, please, no! No!
Despite what everyone is saying about this this show, it's clear that these guys are getting their clocked clean. Some of the dialogue is atrocious. Some of the actions don't make sense. Characters are just doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff. We'll get into it. There's some scenes I'm like, there's no way they made this character say this and then the next scene doesn't correlate with what said character has said. Plus, let me just give 2 heads up. It's going to contain spoilers. So if you haven't seen this episode, dip out immediately. This will contain spoilers. Secondly, I am not a massive Star Wars fan. I'm an average Star Wars fan. I have not watched all the cartoons and all the movies. I think I've watched most of the movies. I think I have. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I've watched most of the movies except the Andor. I haven't seen the Andor series. I sadly watched the Obi-Wan series. Trash.
Damn, son.
I don't mind the prequels. What? I enjoyed the originals because that's what I started with. I didn't like the last 2 recent Star Wars movies. The Force Awakens, out of those 3, I enjoyed the most. The rest was just whatever. It is what it is. Whatever they're doing behind closed doors in Disney, whether this one has his or agenda, their agenda, your agenda, my agenda, we agenda, no agenda. I just want to enjoy Star Wars. Clearly, some people just want to do whatever. What? Another thing I want to add. I don't know if in this galaxy far, far away, maybe you guys can help me with this in the comments. Have they ever mentioned, or is it addressed, that the human beings in this galaxy far, far away are from Earth? Or are humans just born wherever they... Is there an origin point of humans, whether it's my pigmentation or lighter pigmentation? So people like Luke Skywalker or people like Mace Windu, is there a specific place they all come from? So is it referenced that Mace Windu, Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi are human beings from Earth, or they're just human beings? In the Star Wars universe, in the galaxy far, far away, I'm saying that for a reason, is Mace Windu regarded as African, brown, black, melanated, or African American? And then is Luke Skywalker considered as white or Caucasian or American? I'm asking a genuine question because sometimes some of these shows and stories, it's like they don't know themselves what they're trying to do with the characters or with the presentation of the characters, especially in their actions and their dialogue. Let a brother know in the comments because I'm already confused thanks to this stupid Acolyte show. Yeah, I don't really like it. I don't mind certain aspects of it. It's so... I'm done. Let us proceed, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, we shall begin first of all with the first scene that caught my mind or caught my eye. Out of all the other episodes, don't get me wrong, it's not like this is the only episode that's pulled off some stupid, silly, unnatural dialogue. Do people talk like this in a galaxy far, far away? Even here on Earth, some people talk a particular way, but when you're making a show, surely you want to get the dialogue and conversations as precise, clean, and smooth as possible without raising eyebrows or unnecessary statements or words used. And when the words are used, that's what makes me think, am I watching a Star Wars story in a galaxy far, far away? Or am I watching people cosplaying as characters in a galaxy far, far away, but they're shooting this story on Earth? It removes you from the story. I'm like, what's going on, y'all? Anyway, here we go.
What?
What's that? That's Basil. Is he or they?
Why? I'm under the assumption that they thing, I'm trying to make sure I do not speak in a particular way that's going to draw an unnecessary attention to this video and my page. So what I'm trying to get at is that part of the dialogue doesn't make sense in a galaxy far, far away. Because the next question in my head is, do they have the same problems or issues with gender as we do here? In a world where they're women or females, like the Padawan next to Osha, with horns coming out of her head, would gender be a problem in that world? Or gender assignment? Would that be... Also, those of you who are Star Wars fans, is it canon in the Star Wars lore that creatures are gender fluid? You can tweak things, but I'm talking about when the original creator created the stories. What was he inspired by? What did he fix into place as the skeletal structure and the atomic composition? Meaning nothing can erase these two things. This is this is the seed of this lore I've created. So anyone who comes into this world to tell the story, you should add to what already is, not remove or change or tweak and adjust and tweak in a way where you as a new director would say, I think what George Lucas was trying to say here. No. If you've had the conversation with Lucas and he says, yeah, sure, go for it. Go for it because that's what was already there in his original construction of the story. Then it's cool. Then it means some of us who are so-called fans or major fans or minor fans or okay fans don't really know the full story of how Lucas has created this world. Now, I don't know if Lucas has also said, I have no say in this anymore. So whatever you guys want to do with it, go ahead. If that's the case, hey, then you can have scenes like this where a character says they. So I don't understand why this scene is in a story in a galaxy far, far away. It didn't make sense to me.
What?
We're looking for a Wookiee who's big and hairy.
You're gonna need to hand that blaster over.
This scene, okay, let's continue.
Well, it's mine now.
Well, it's actually the property of the Jedi Order, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist that you hand it over.
Let's not forget that, right? Your mission here is bigger than you, is bigger than this minuscule thing you're bitching about. The task ahead is twofold. You're aware that there's something hidden or that there's a character hidden playing people or puppeting the Jedi. Secondly, you're about to embark on a needle in the haystack journey into that wide ass jungle to find someone who's not responding to your beacons, your call outs, your whatever it is. You don't know what's happened to him. This dialogue doesn't fit into that. If I'm amongst this group of people who were here looking for a fellow Jedi of ours, we don't know if he's harmed, kidnapped, or dead. Hand me the blaster. It's not supposed to be here. What was going through the mind of the showrunner to write this in? What message are you trying to get across to the viewers about this character? Because we still have to remember they're on a mission, and the mission is more important than anything he might think is important. Give me the blaster or the stunner doesn't make sense. So now, check this out.
The locals say he ventured off into the forest and never came back.
She said, ventured off into the forest and never came back. Look what Saul did.
Kalaka is in there.
Okay, so she just said homeboy told her that he ventured into the forest. Now, when they say forest, is like the forest only that direction, and behind us and to the right of us is all sand and mountains. Because Saul could have easily done what he just did to just pinpoint that Kendaka or whatever his name is, the Wookiee is in there. So why didn't Saul do? You see what I'm saying with shots? Certain scenes just done because they're done. I don't know. This is why people are killing this show, because they're just stupid scenes like this, and you have scenes just drawn out for long periods of time. What's this slow-mo shots for? What are we taking in? The atmosphere, the air. It smells like Star Wars. No, quick pace, man. Quick pace. Move your shit along, bruh. And the dialogue is so slack. She just said, dude just told us he's in the forest. Then the camera pans and Saul is just walking. He's always looking perplexed, like he's always sensing things. That's another thing that pissed me off. How clued on are this Jedi? Are they just in training? Meaning they can just flick a bottle with the force and hold a lightsaber. I thought you only get to hold that thing, or you are given a saber when you've reached a level of training. You can't tell me that they all don't have their senses about them, and they all can't work together as a collective hive mind with the force to sense things. Again, unless that's the Star Wars lore, I could be wrong. Since I'm a average or below average fan, then correct the brother in the comments. You just told me that homeboy just said the Wookiee's in the forest. Then Saul looks into the forest, Kandak is in there. She just said that. And if you already knew he was in there, what the frick did you need her for? What did you need the translated device? You're just dragging scenes. Let's continue, man.
Do you understand what the basil is saying?
His name is Basil. And
So you say his name is Basil. So what was the scene prior before about? What? You really have to be very mindful of when you say this is a story based in a galaxy far, far away, because that means most of their dialogue and vocabulary would differ from ours. But in this galaxy far, far away, you don't want to bring the Earth thing into this world and say, oh, in this galaxy far, far away, we don't call creatures creatures. What word do you have for describing beings that don't look like you? There's nothing wrong with saying, what people does he come from? Or what people does it come from? You have to have a word to describe any and everything you've never encountered. What is that? Who is that? There's nothing wrong with that, especially when you do not know everything in the whole galaxy. That means everyone who approaches a creature, everyone starts jumping and says, he, she, they, it. It's too much. It's too much. Again, are we in a galaxy far, far away? Or are we on Earth? What's going on? Or is this a parallel Earth or parallel galaxy or a multiverse of Earth? It's just too much. Too much, man. Only for the guy to turn around and say his name is Basil. I'm like, so what the hell did we need to see him before saying who's the... God damn it.
yes,
This is why people turn around and say you people are just pumping your own agenda into the whole thing. And people will be defending. That scene did not need to be there. We are on a mission. If you remove that scene, the story still continues. It wasn't an important scene. For some people, yes, but this is a story in a galaxy far, far away. That's why I asked earlier on, in the Star Wars universe, is Mace Windu considered as black, brown, African, African American, or Black American, or American? Is Luke Skywalker considered as white, Caucasian? Is Darth Vader considered as black because of the costume on? Talk to your boy. It's just not even getting too much. It's beyond too much. Now you are spoiling the world with all these outside influences being put into the world. Again, if Lucas has given the thumbs up saying whatever you want to do, go ahead, buddy. It's your call, man. Then I don't need to be making this video. This is not a redundant video for me. This is a redundant video for me. And any other videos out there that complain about the show or Star Wars is getting spoiled and changed is pointless because George Lucas gave the thumbs up for anything goes. And if he did, there needs to be a clear video where he stated that with his own mouth, not with some written documents. I've left the Star Wars world for anything and everything to be done. Then most of us who love the world and we're particular about certain dialogue and whatnot can dip out. We're not saying we're against this and we're against that. Just say, oh, I don't want to see that in this world, so I dip out. I grew up or I fell in love with this world because it was different for what I'm used to. The way they did things, the technology, the blasters, the this, the that. Every other thing differs from the world I experience when it comes to movies, TV shows, cartoons, and whatnot. I love this world. I love the Star Trek world. I love the Starship Troopers world. I love the world of the Matrix. I love every other genre and different kinds and styles of things. I just love it as is. When they improve and expand on it, it's sweeter. When you start to bring in other things that some of us don't really necessarily want to hear because in our waking life, it's too much noise. So we go away for escapism. We're not bringing things that we're running away from escapism-wise into the world. Then we just say, you know what? It's not for me. I'm no longer your target audience. Thank you. We outie. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So that way, we don't have to be making videos complaining before this morning. They say, oh, you are a hater. You don't like this. You are a misogynist. You are sexist. It's all these key buzzwords. God damn it.
You're upset I'm on this mission. Join the club.
Listen.
I'm not upset. I am concerned for your safety.
How can you be concerned for our safety when earlier on you said, give me the stunner gun? Are you seeing what I'm talking about?
You're going to need to hand that blaster over.
Are you seeing what... Let me take it back. Maybe you people didn't hear because I spoke over it. I apologize.
Okay, well, if you're upset I'm on this mission, join the club.
I'm not upset. I am concerned for your safety.
Concerned for your safety how? You told her earlier on the one weapon she has to defend herself in case anything was to pop up because you're on a mission. You're not here on sightseeing or vacation. You are here on a mission. You don't even know who or what you would, might, or will encounter. So to tell someone giving the blaster is property of Jedi. What?
You're going to need to hand that blaster over.
That's got nothing to do with the mission at hand. You just said you are concerned for this girl's safety. So how does it make sense to say, give me the stunner? Where are you going? Then when they complain about your show, oh, they are hating, they want to shut down my show, they don't want it to be successful. You are writing dialogue that's making people look stupid. How does it make sense? Give me the stunner. I'm concerned for your safety. Give me the stunner. I'm concerned for your safety. Fuck off, man. You people, you You shoot yourselves in your own brain and your own foot or feet or whatever. And then when people call it out, you start crying that people
all around me are familiar faces.
All you're doing is telling a story, man. That's all you're doing is telling a story. Within that story, what do you want your viewers to focus on? The scene about someone asking what is he, she, or they about? Or get into the meat of the story and don't have fillers. Sometimes not every viewer likes fillers. We like getting to the potatoes of the thing, straight dead center. So that way when we're reviewing the show, say, yo, the pace is crisp. It's just pop, 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 little breather, and then you're back on your toes again. You like that. You're doing a mystery thing. You're confusing people. You're doing reveals and whatnot. It's gravy. You have two sisters here who haven't seen each other in years, who they both presume each other is dead. And they both happen to have the same hairstyle. You couldn't even do some due diligence. If you're saying it's a twin thing where they always dress alike, when they were young, they did not. When they were very young, they did not. Maybe the hair stayed the same, but eventually after the trauma they both experienced, maybe one character said, you know what, this brown color into my hair, I don't like it anymore. I'll go for blue, red, pink, yellow, something different. Maybe the hair is tied back. Maybe one side of the hair is shaved just to differ, but you can't just have the same hairstyle because you are doing it in cheap way now. You don't have to really put work into it. The acting, of course, both the actress has to act differently when she's playing both characters, but just don't be too lazy. Even the costume alone is like, oh, so you couldn't even do enough work on their hair, and you want me to now buy into the world. God damn it! I'm concerned for your safety. Other scene, given a blaster. What a twat! Who wrote this dialogue?
What is it?
He says there's something wrong here.
No shit, Sherlock.
Rotten.
Keep up the pace. Keep down the volume. We don't know, and we don't want to know what lives out here.
Look at this one. Look at this bitch.
Oh, sure.
What?
A while ago, you didn't know what that tracker creature was. You didn't touch it. But on this planet that you've never been before in your entire life, you touch this thing. Surely even if... I can't talk. I can't talk, man. I'm really trying to be mindful about time and the length of the video. I think they've forgotten that they're here on a mission. And they've forgotten that someone is playing games behind the scenes. So you have to be on your A game. Just don't touch things you don't know. You could have touched a tree, but you went for this thing. You could have touched you could have been one of those inquisitive characters who just touches stuff and questions things and whatnot. Why didn't she touch? Is it because this thing is still, so therefore she can touch it? She didn't touch the tracker thing. Just be consistent with God damn it, man. Fucking stupid.
Don't!
And this is me chopping the whole scene. Prior to me chopping, the scene was just long. Camera panning up, the thing is flying, just biting into the runtime for no reason. Again, if you remove the scene, cut straight to the Wookiee's hideout, we'd have had more shots of what occurred after that. Instead, it's just long, drawn out, boring fillers. Some filler scenes or dialogue can be good exposition, can be good flashback stories, or we get more insight to certain characters or certain character decisions, certain characters' fears, worries. So much stuff you can use dialogue to do to educate the viewers so we know better a character or characters. Why, where, who, what, and how, and so on and so forth. Instead, it's just the camera. I was like, what? We know the thing can fly. Why are you stressing on the scene so long?
I was able to sense that creature, but I disturbed it, and now it's dead.
So now, did you sense it before you touched it, or you sense it after you touched it? Because I'm trying to figure out also how the Jedi work in this story. Because 1 minute Saul is always looking like he's sensing things. You know, Saul always has this look in his face like he knows something is going on, but he never lets on.
Come on.
I would not be surprised if he's done something dark and he's the one who suppressed it. I won't be surprised if he's the culprit, because they're hiding some little story that all the 4 Jedi that were there did something they shouldn't have done or whatever. He's the one doing the best acting out of all of them. At least his facial expression, his emotional expression when he's talking, beautiful. His pacing to when he talks, beautiful. But sometimes you make the character dumb. He will be doing like this, like he's sensing things. How powerful are they all? Because surely when they're all there together, their power of sensing is more amplified, because it's not one Jedi, it's not 2, it's what, about 7 or 8 there So surely they can all collectively say, yo, something is off. That tracker creature could sense that there's something dark in the forest. They couldn't sense that. Soul couldn't sense it. Soul is always sensing things, but couldn't sense they're in the forest where, yo, if you slip up one kind of way, something's going to bite your ass off.
Nice.
I low-key think this dude is the bad guy. I think he is. Because of the garb and his hand towards the end, I think he's the bad guy. And if he is, lackluster. Not like, ooh, wow, because they haven't featured him long enough for us to get attached to him, to feel for him, understand his plight, his backstory, oh shit, or what they did to you, or the Jedi did certain things to you and they try to cover it up as well. So maybe the Jedi are douchebags. And maybe the story they're telling in this series is that not all Jedi are good. I swear almost all of us know that, right? Or maybe it's a canon story that a lot of people assumed based on how based on how Lucas left the story, that this particular section of people, this particular people in this time period in the story when Lucas told them were seen as saints. And then this current showrunner wants to shed light on that world or that aspect of the story where it's like, oh, you guys thought they were saints, but this is actually what they did in the past. And if so, I don't care. I don't care. We've already seen what Anakin did before he became Vader and then switched again. So what else can you tell us about Jedi that we don't collectively assume or know? What else? There must have been people who went from Sith straight to Jedi, Jedi straight to Sith. I can't even talk straight. God damn it. This is the last time I record this bullshit. I swear. It might not be, but let me just say for now.
I want this more than anything, but it's impossible. And if I don't do it, he'll kill me.
In the first 2 episodes, I thought this was her drive. She was the one who chose to want to do this. I didn't know she was being curtailed or persuaded to take revenge. Because I was thinking to myself, if you're working with the master dude, why do you need him to take down these? Because unless he's the one giving you information, but surely you can also bribe people for information to let you know where certain Jedi are located. Unless this particular villain bad guy knows precisely where all the Jedi are, then that would give us a little backstory to say maybe he's connected to the Jedi in some way, shape, or form. Maybe he was the Jedi. I don't know. And all this cover-up nonsense, the mystery thing is wearing thin on me now. It's like I don't even want to partake in it anymore.
I don't even care.
I care.
I don't even know what that means. You tell someone you don't care. What is that? Unless she was just playing him so she could get him to run away or walk away.
Right. You need rest.
So I wonder if it's now she devised a plan to go good guy. Maybe it's here she's cooking up the whole plan. She's like, yeah, good guy mode activated. Yeah, good guy mode activated. I'm back on track. Next clip. We got one more left and we're done with this stupid episode. Okay, this is the scene where, I can't remember his name, hears May call out for help, so he thinks she's hurt or she screams or whatever. He runs in.
May, help! You know, after running through that forest for an extremely long time, I realized something. I don't need to do this anymore.
So it's after you ran through forest, not after you killed 2 people. It's the forest that woke you up. The murder of 2 people didn't wake you up. What you showed us in episode 3, I think, where you gave us the backstory as to how they came about. And then how Osha wanted to be Jedi, May wanted to be a witch. She told her sister if she left to go and join the Jedi, she'll kill her. So there's something already off about this person from childhood. But she didn't just say, I'll kill you if you try to leave me. She lit fire to the room. So children saying things out of anger, emotion. Tomorrow they'll apologize, or maybe later after a nap they'll apologize. But lighting fire to your sister's room, I don't know how you can recover from that in your older age. I don't know where that goes. This scene does not make sense. It doesn't correlate to that episode. She lit fire to a space where she knows her sister is inside. So you can't just tell me, I just realized after running through the forest for a long period of time after killing 2 people.
Damn, son.
So now, to come and say this after running through the forest for a long time, dialogue is stupid. You can't convince us you've made the character change their mind based on that dialogue. Do you know what it is to give someone poison and to have an intention and to actively throw a dagger with your force into someone's chest and then turn around and say, after running through the forest for such a long time, I realized I don't want to do this anymore. What? Dialogue and character decisions are not in sync, man. Not in sync. You showed us in episode 3, this girl told her sister, I don't want you to go. If you go, I will kill you. She then locks the door, proceeds to light the room on fire. You can't tell us that and then expect us to be like, oh, yeah, it makes sense. It checks out. Yeah. Running through the forest for a very long time can change one's mind. What? This is why people are killing your show. It's stupid writing.
I don't need to kill a Jedi without a weapon. I don't need to keep this deal. What? You were wrong. Osha being alive changes everything. My loyalty is to Osha, not your master. What I'm going to do is surrender myself to Kelnaka, and then turn myself into the Jedi.
So now she's saying loyalty. Yeah, this character is bad. She's talking loyalty. You've killed 2 people. What's loyalty got? You've murdered people. You've taken lives for your revenge. Is the revenge linked to loyalty now? I thought the drive was these guys killed my family, took my sister, or tricked my sister against me. I'm gonna fuck them up. Only the 4 though, not the whole squad. Just the 4. I can't take on the whole Jedi. I just when they're not looking, just the 4 of them. I mess their ass up, create some hoopla on a planet, and have them come. And I mean, it'd be very tricky to have people. So I'll find them. I'll find them specifically where they are. Maybe enters, then this main villain enters and then, I can help you find how they even met. That's the only thing I'm curious about, because it looks like this is the middleman. And then how she met this guy and told him her story, and then he felt sorry for her and then went to go and find the boss, because it's clear. It looks like he's the boss. But let's just assume he's the middleman. I could be wrong. It's a theory. I could be completely wrong. Let's assume he's the middleman. He goes to tell the boss there's a Jedi, there's a Force-like wielding chick, but she's a witch because there's a symbol on the head. That's another thing. Do they even know when you see that symbol it's witch? Anyway, then the new rules of kill one with spear, kill one with steel, kill one with wood, kill one with your fist, kill one with poison. Saying it again, I'm not a major Star Wars fan, so maybe that's a thing they just threw in for the story, or that's part of the Star Wars canon, the lore, meaning when someone is under the Sith umbrella, these are the rules to show that you are dedicated to the master you are following. You have to do these kills in a particular order, whether it's a revenge thing, or you're killing an animal, or you're killing who the master sends you to go and kill. You have to do it in this particular format. I didn't even understand it in the first place when she was saying, kill one with steel, kill one with that, kill one with this. I'm like, what? Just if you're saying the character is supposed to kill to show her loyalty or show that to show she's connected or dedicated, do it. Even the word loyalty is finicky. Are you dedicated to this path you say you're on? You want revenge? Yes. Okay, then before you kill these 4 people, kill 6 people. Kill 2 animals. Let me see if you can take lives. Since you're doing butterflies when you were a child, kill a beast. Then we know you're on the path, because to take life is not just easy. Your character is appearing stupid based on the writing. I can't even diss the character. It's the writer. The showrunner is saying, this is what we want. This is the story we want to tell. It doesn't make sense. How am I supposed to root for her now? Because I ran through the forest for so long, I realized I'm not going to do this anymore. You killed 2 people.
Rubbish. He'll kill you.
He'd have to find me first. And I don't know if even he could make it all the way over here without a guide.
She's not processing well enough. And it's showing bad writing that a character who's so dedicated on revenge is so easy to just flip her mind and say, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. And to just one day just realize, yeah, forest. I needed to run in the forest for a long, long time just to wake me up.
No, God!
All right, let's go to the next freaking shot, man. Oh, it's the last one. Thank the heavens. So now she's made it.
Fatality.
Made it into Jedi Kandaka's home. That's a very interesting pattern on the wall. Looks like a yin and yang right there in the corner. Didn't notice that the first time I watched it. Now check this part out. So they all run and just spread out across the path. What is that? Across his front lawn. What does that mean? 1, you guys came here for the mission. Why are you outside? Why don't just walk inside the goddamn place or force pull the door open? 2, you're all Jedi. Surely you can sense something is off. You can't only have Soul always doing it cannot be so. Are you all Jedi or just copycats?
Damn, son.
Come on, man. Make it make sense. Can they sense stuff or not? If he's dead, surely you can sense there's no life force here anymore. There's life force of the bird, the tree, the little butterfly there, but there's supposed to be a particular life force signature of a Wookiee, and we can't sense it in this building. Maybe he's out. And then if he's out at this nighttime having a night wash or whatever Wookiees do at nighttime, lining up in front of the house doesn't make sense. One of you go and knock, the other one holds a saber. And if you're saying the rule of a Jedi is you never pull out your saber unless there's danger, you're on a mission and you don't know who is playing you guys behind the scenes. Not only that, you're on a planet you don't regularly visit. Or you don't know at all, meaning anything could come at you cocksuckers at any moment. Forgo, force stand back. Makes sense. What is your formation? You've never seen this Jedi. I mean, you haven't seen this Jedi in a long time. He's on a hideout. You managed to find where he's hiding. You couldn't even find him without a tracker. You couldn't find him. And I'm surprised they didn't even use this tracker earlier when all this nonsense was going on. They didn't send it. You couldn't find him without this tracker. You've now found him. You're now parading in front of his front garden. Kandaka, open the door if you're there. And any other person in the door, open the door. What? Fuck me, man. This show deserves all the dislike it is getting.
Damn!
Oh, there's so many people out there who can tell such better stories, who aren't professional as well. Even fans can tell much better stories that will have people at their seats biting their fingers biting their fingernails like, God damn, this is good TV. I feel this Star Wars world should only be experienced in the cinema. Only. Because for me, personally, the only two shows that have worked really good on Disney Plus that I enjoyed myself. I mean, who else did I enjoy it with? Someone else? I enjoyed it with someone else's enjoyment. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Is The Mandalorian and the Ashoka series. And I have no clue about any backstory about Ashoka. I didn't watch the cartoon, yada yada yada. As it was given to me, as I took it, I enjoyed it. Again, I'm not a massive fan. I have to keep saying that. So when people say, I'm surprised you liked it, it was trash, it's trash for some of you who are super fans. I understand that. I'm not taking away from you guys. For me, as just watching a Star Wars show and story, The Mandalorian was number one. For me, it's number one, and then Ashoka number two. Boba Fett doesn't exist. Obi-Wan doesn't exist. There's another one that came out. Even Andor, I didn't watch. I haven't even finished the Bad Batch yet. And Andor, it just didn't feel like it was. It wasn't for me. I wasn't target audience. I might sit down one day and say, let me see what this show is about and watch it. I mean, I watched episode 1 and half of episode 2. I was like, not for me. Whereas with The Mandalorian, I was instantly hooked. As I was even watching the show, I was like, yo, if anybody doesn't jump on this thing and make a great game out of this thing, you guys are missing out. Jedi Fallen Order is okay. Make a Mandalorian game. This new Outlaw coming out, make a Mandalorian game. Entertain, create great stories and great content for your fans, for your viewers. We're looking for it. We're thirsty for it. We're hungry for it. We're yearning for it. Not this shit. Not this nonsense. We're begging. Some of us are dying. Some fans are out there, have great stories in their minds right now, and they're begging for the opportunity for Disney to say, come work with us. Carte blanche, here you go. Do whatever you like. And these fans respect the lore and they feel they have a grasp on the lore so much on how to better expand it. Not what are they. In Star Wars, you're doing that in Star Wars? In a galaxy far, far away. What is he or they? When they come for your show, you saw he's misogynistic. He's grown men on internet. Keyboard ninjas. You're stupid. Let's continue with this stupid scene. You are looking for Master Kandaka or Kalandaka, whatever his name is. The Wookiee's house is here. You don't know where he is. That's why I said 4 inside, 4 outside. How many are here? Is it 5? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 9, including Osha. Remove 9, and it's 8. And I cannot correctly? Look at that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 stand back. 4 inside. Have 4 in your saber just in case. In fact, have it out, because by the time you reach for it and put it out, you're being shot in your head. Have it out ready, not lit, but just have it out. All right, check. And again, even if you don't want to send 4 people to go in there in case there's a booby trap or something, you are Jedi. Sense it. And say, no, I can sense the butterflies and the crickets over there, but Master Kandaka the Wookiee is not. I keep getting his name wrong. I don't care. Master Kandaka the Wookiee is not in here. I cannot sense his life force. That means you know the difference between a Wookiee's energy source or energy signature versus a butterfly, versus that big thing that flew just now, because you're making the Jedi look stupid. Is the force not something that represents everything? So therefore I can sense a small energy of a cricket, cockroach, spider, and a freaking Wookiee. You're spoiling the lore, man. Master Kandaka, come out of your quarters. If you're taking a doo-doo, stop and wipe your bottom immediately. What are you doing? What are you fucking people doing, man? That's why they hate the show, because you're a dickhead. People are just writing stupid stories and making characters do dumb things. And tomorrow someone will say, well, this is the early stage of the Jedi. They weren't really that smart. Excuses, man. Sick and tired of these douchebags as well, just typing nonsense in comment section.
In the name of the Galactic Republic and the Order of the Jedi, anyone inside that domicile should come out with your hands where we can see them.
That means you, May Anasea.
And didn't May just say she's going to give up herself to Master Kandaka and then to the Jedi? Now, Mr. Kandaka is dead with a saber cut on the chest. So maybe you had a saber, maybe you didn't have a saber. Anyone who's smart would say, hey, we only saw May twice or whatever, how many times you saw her, she didn't have a saber, right? And they know that, I swear they're aware that she's supposed to kill the character or kill the 4 Jedis in a particular way. Another thing I was saying earlier on, if you can use your Jedi Force to sense things, surely you can sense May's in there as well. But hold on, I sense May is there, but the Wookiee energy, I cannot sense. And even if you think she killed the Wookiee, the evidence is on the chest. And on top of that, Mr. Soul can sense that, hey, she's not lying. So if 7 Jedi say, oh, kill her, Soul says, stop it. She's not lying, because that's what he did for Osha earlier on in first or second episode or whatever. So do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? The level of stupidity is just stacking. It's now the new villain in Star Wars, stupidity. Stupidity and poor storytelling. If you're in there or not in there, come out now.
As day comes and night falls, for the rest of our lives we'll miss y'all.
I genuinely have no more excitement for any other non-Mandalorian and non-Ashoka Star Wars series, story, or movie or show. I genuinely don't. Until they spoil Ashoka for me and they spoil Mandalorian, I'll keep watching both of them. And any other stories that come out, meh. You might just get away with some form of animation because the action will be different. There'll be fluidity. There's no stuntmen there to harm, or no budget to overspend because it's animation, so it'll be done differently. Even if it's a 3D thing, or like the Bad Batch, there's more freedom to do cool shit with Jedi and Sith and all other Force sensitive characters that aren't necessarily Jedi characters. That's why I'm low key kind of like, hey, that Outlaw game is kind of cool because I'm bored with the Jedi. If every Jedi story has to be connected to Luke or Anakin, I'm done. Or Palpatine, I don't care. Just give me a new story with this simple premise, Sith or Jedi or Force wielder that doesn't want to join the Jedi. That's why the Outlaw thing is, I'm there. I'm lucky that even if you did a game of the Mandalorian and he had his blaster, his gadgets like an Uncharted thing, booby traps here and there, or almost like the game Returnal, and you could use the Force via Grogu like you would with you use the bow and arrow for Atreus in God of War 2018. That is a freaking great idea. So you're not technically using the Force. Grogu's just there to help you, and you can train Grogu, or you just get a Padawan, or not Padawan. You get a sidekick, a side character who's strong in the Force. You get to enjoy a character who dual wields 2 blasters, a sniper, and some melee weapons. Maybe the Darksaber. Maybe that's an unlockable in the game. And then on top of that, you get to have a character that Force pushes and pulls. Dude, beautiful concept for a game, but no, it's pushing dumb shit into people's minds that have people questioning, what the fuck is they doing in Star Wars? Who are they? What the fuck? That you have dumb decisions. You just told us, you told this dude, you hung him upside down, I'm going to go and tell the Wookiee I came here to kill him, but I'll surrender. Then he will not take me to the Jedi. Do you see where the problem is? You just told that dude you would go to the Wookiee first, you realize he's dead. Is your plan still the same? Was it changed again? It changed on the whim, just like you killed 2 people, but it changed on the whim. Yeah, this run in the forest has made me realize, you know what, I don't have to do this anymore. Fuck this shit, man, I'm out. Reality deuces, bitch. I'm going to tell the Wookiee what I did, and he's going to surrender me to the Jedi, and I'm gravy. But they won't necessarily put me in prison because my loyalty is to my sister now. Here you are to follow through with your plan. Slight deviation, the Wookiee's dead, but the Jedi you said you would surrender to after the Wookiee takes you to the Jedi are here, lined up in front of you like a deck of cards, all 8 of them, calling you out to say, yeah, just come out. They didn't say they're going to kill you. You said surrender. Here's your chance to surrender. She's there quiet. I think he's here. I think that master guy is here. What am I going to do? Should I surrender? What are y'all doing over there, Star Wars? What are y'all doing in Disney? Maybe, you know what? There's no conspiracy or there's no theory I have in my mind. Maybe I don't care. Look, drawn out scenes. Here's Soul again. Here's Soul, always figuring shit out. Always like, oh, what's going on here?
What is that?
I can sense something. Look, drawn out scenes. Oh, shock horror. They're always talking in the background. Can't you guys sense?
A few moments later.
Identify yourself. What does that mean, identify yourself? I show you my driver's license or my student license. How do I identify? I'm a being walking. Do I just say I'm a being walking? You tell me in the comments. How is this person supposed to identify himself to this douchebag who just said that? When someone has a mask or a helmet on. Just describe that for me in the comments. What does it look like in a galaxy? Far, far away. Not on Earth. Not on Earth. Don't think as an earthling. Think as a person in a galaxy. Far, far away. Think like that. Not as a humanoid or human being. As a being in a galaxy. Yeah, I'll keep saying it. I'll keep saying it. In a galaxy. Far, far away. Because it looks like these douchebags can sense nothing except Soul. Soul is the only one, and maybe his Padawan, that just turned around and was like, oh, what's going on? Even his Padawan took a while. She saw him turning. She didn't like, look, you know when you like, hold on a minute, what the hell is that? Then Soul turns and she's like, hey, yeah, I can sense it too. She did none of that. There are 8 Jedi here and they can't sense nothing except Soul. This is why it doesn't make sense. Because you take highly trained Jedi Padawans along with you on this mission. This is not a vacation or sightseeing. I'm not saying take 8 masters because you will need them wherever they are currently right now. So maybe have 2 masters and very well trained Jedi. Maybe 1 or 2 Padawan just to get their feet wet. But you have to have 2 masters, not 1. Soul can't just be the only one always doing this. Every goddamn time. You need other people to sense. So these guys are just blind. It's just Garb and Saber. They can't sense nothing. I mean, homeboy didn't even call out and say hi, was popping. He levitated and dropped. He hovered and then dropped. And he's walking. He's not saying shit. He doesn't feel like a happy guy. They don't feel nice. They don't feel like they're go-lucky and they'll play. They don't feel bubbly. They don't feel like they're about to go to the bowling party or have a drink with you. Just sense it a little. Just shut up and be like, that's a bitch right there. That guy is gonna fuck us up if we don't kick his ass. That's the main guy right there. You don't know how he looks, but you can sense, or unless you're saying that this guy is so strong and bad, it's such a bad guy. You can numb his own force energy that you can sense it.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
So much bullshit. Pumping so much bullshit into the minds, and you expect us to like this shit. This is now an hour and 20-minute long video that I'm just thinking to myself, how will I edit this? I might as well just throw this as a fucking live and let people watch it, and instead of having to upload and then dissect, because now the next thing is, oh, your video is too long. YouTube's attention span, people who watch your videos can't handle it. They can't handle it. Mind breaking, too much to comprehend. Make video shorter. Can't stand sitting down here, do all this energy for all this dumb nonsense, man. So now at this point, homeboy has pulled out his saber. They can see the color, right? Again, I'm not a massive Star Wars fan, so maybe the color doesn't really matter. I don't know. I don't care. 2, your rule as a Jedi is you do not pull out your saber until when a saber has been drawn upon you or a weapon has been drawn upon you. This is your chance to do said thing. 3, there are 8 Jedi here. You're telling me you all cannot force, push, hold, pull? This guy, he just took out a saber. Instead of attacking by running to the guy, force, push, or pull, had that bitch get the fuck over here and they cut his head off. 8 of you? Maybe Lucas did something behind closed doors and has not let his whole fans know. What is the exclusive rules you've made saying anybody, even me, who enters the Star Wars world, I can tell a story anyhow I want to. And on top of that, I can change things that already exist as Star Wars canon and lore. Meaning if I want to make a new species that never existed, I could throw it in there and say it was always part of Star Wars canon. Or I can start putting in new dialogue and new terminology and gender description. And so now I just need to see full legitimate proof in video format, not Lucas typed on Twitter or X or P or W. Full video format where Lucas has said, anybody who wants to walk into my world, have at it. You want to change things? Have at it. You want to say Luke Skywalker was Puerto Rican? Have at it. You want to say Darth Vader was a Chinese woman? Have at it. Once I know that, then I won't even make any more videos like this wasting my time at all, because it's like, why am I even complaining when the original maker has given full right and permission for anyone to just come and piss anyhow? And it's okay. I just stick to my old school Star Wars stuff that I enjoy. I'm okay. If they make a new one that I happen to like, yeah, I'll watch it too. But this is dribble. Look, they're all putting out the sabers like it's fashion. Yeah, you too? Me too, you too. Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go. Charge! He says, Osha, run. No. Stand there and make love to him. Hug him. Why are you running to this guy? This is what pissed me off. After they ran towards him, he does that to her. If he can do that, and he's that strong as one person, and I don't think it's hard to force push or shift one person as a force wielder. What I'm saying is, in a world where these people don't carry blasters, the best thing to do is to use your force, especially when there's a distance between me and you. Okay, I can throw my saber. My bad. See how skilled. If 8 of them threw the saber in that blade spin thing at him, you're telling me he would stop all 8 sabers? Throw it at different angles. Do some wanted throwing curve lightsaber thing. You're using the force. Direct it like a drone. Throw it and then use the force to move the lightsaber like a drone. That's something they haven't even done yet on the Star Wars thing. Throw a freaking thing and then use the force to control its trajectory, or push it, hold it, and then throw it again. Oh my God, man. I guarantee you, if I was in this lineup, 7 Jedi would run to this dude, not 8. I would stay back. I'd probably use Osha's blaster as they're running. Whilst this guy's getting distracted by them, shoot at him. Done. How can this one guy force shift someone in front of you, 8 people, and none of you thought to yourselves that this guy is far away from us? For us to attack him, we have to run to him. If 4 run, fine. The other 4, just force push the guy, or use your force energy, and all 4 of you concentrate your energy on his legs, or 4 of you concentrate your energy on holding him back. Then it's like a force push and pull. It's funny how the witches were doing it with the 2 girls. Oh, deflect me, block me. But you cocksucking people can't do this. This is why I'm saying writing is so stupid. You are now saying these people aren't thinking. This is a reflection of the writing, not the characters. This is the writing and the showrunner. All of you are just, you're just dribble, just pure dribble. Let me go and make my dinner. I'm getting hungry watching this nonsense.
Damn, son.
I think the mask is kind of cool. I think. I think. Kinda.
Baby, come give me something.
Anyway, let me go wash my brain off this nonsense and watch the next episode, or the recent episode of Dark Matter. Now that's a show. That's a beautiful show. What? Intelligent show. What? Exciting show. What? Not this trash.
Let me hear, yeah!
Listen to the dialogue. That's why people like myself will sit down and grab clips like I've just done. Doesn't make sense. Give me the blaster. Next scene, I'm concerned for your safety. What? How are the 2 in the same shot, in the same story? Do you write in the script? We want this character to say this. We want this character to say this. Why are the characters talking? What do they represent? What do they stand for? Who are they in their heart? Their thinking is important. So all these things inform your dialogue. And then the scene, it all comes together. Give me your gun. Next scene, why are you angry that I'm here? I'm concerned for your safety. Jeez. The fucking wheeze, man. Then here we have this douchebag who is force pushing and pulling everyone with one hand. And 8 of you can't tackle this guy?
No, God!
Yeah, I think it's that dude who was hung upside down. It has to be, because he had a suit on when May was talking to him when the show started. And all of a sudden, he doesn't have a suit on. Just a scarf. And even if you find out that it is the guide, or the guy who does the poison, ooh, big reveal. Why show your face to her and then cover your face now and then have to take it off again? It's you. And now I don't even care about your review. I want to know your motive. What's drawn you to May so much and May's story that you want to kill these 4 Jedi? And why these 4 Jedi? What was he doing before May came to him? What was he doing before he found May? Was he just chilling in his cave? Just, I can't wait for someone to come to me and ask me for help so I can start killing Jedi again. All these questions, the mystery is there, but if you show me the guy is the dude who followed the earlier one, the guide, and then what? Now I'm like, okay, your story has to be fire. Your drive, your reason, your purpose, and your backstory has to be fire. Otherwise, it's a pointless show. And I think it's going to be a shitty backstory. It's not going to have enough levity or weight. Even if you say it's his soul's son, and then what? If you say he and Soul were working together all this time, maybe you got me. Maybe you got me. But I'm outie. I'm going to watch my Dark Matter TV series. That is a dope show. I prefer that to this shit. What? It is far superior than this dribble.
Let me hear, yeah!
Before I go, let a brother know in the comment section. In the comment section. The name is Bond. James Bond. Let me know in the comments what you feel about the show. Are you going to continue watching it? You going to finish it? I don't think I want to finish it. Don't feel I'm going to be doing this review clip for clip shot nonsense anymore. I mean, I like doing this when it comes to other things I'm passionate about. I'm not passionate about this. That's why I'm pissed off. There's no passion here. This is more irritation. I like call-outs to certain dialogue, intelligent scenes, intelligent motivation for a character that made him or her do this thing. Those things I'm driven by. Anyway, I've been your one and only host,
the Cosmic Jedi.
Signing out. The Force is strong with me, and so it is with you.